as you have the issue with your daughter who is now 15 and may possibly want to date young men. My father went through that. I'm a twin, so you're raising a son and you're raising a daughter at the same time, right? So you're teaching your son how to get the women, right? And you're teaching your daughter how to stay away, right? Yes. So now it's like, so now my father would sit down, right, with my sister. This is what I'm looking for in a man, right? But then the other part is that my father is how my father's moving, right? That's all she's seeing. Yes. My father comes home 9 to 5, brings home the groceries, had me come upstairs, bring the groceries up, help prepare. So that's this is the man that she's looking for. Exactly. Now, so because now your father was the example. So now, even though we have these talks with our daughters, yes. I don't have any daughters yet. All I have is sons. Yes. Right. So now, when I come to another father, my son likes your daughter or interested in your daughter, the father speech. Absolutely. Right. Does your son have these boxes checked off? Right. Because he can't date my daughter. Because if he don't qualify himself, he can't have your land. And we can't. That's your useful land. And we can't support that union. Exactly. You know what I mean? So these are the criteria as fathers we deal with. Yes, God. You know what I mean? You say you don't got to deal with them, but as a father, the kids will make you go great. Yes, God. I got and it's like now you start looking at him like, damn, he was building, then he said he hit my daughter's 15. Right. And now they start blossoming, their intellect adds up, and now it's like, now you have to worry about these wolves, these older men that don't know how to deal with the fact that she only 15, right? And they still come. And this is why I said it's so important for us as a nation to have our own cultural customs, because that way our daughters are already trained. Right. We've already gave them an education in blackness so that they will already see the wolf in sheep's clothing. Right. When that man comes smiling in her face, I'm like, hey baby, you can't hate baby me, my father God. You understand what I'm saying? Right. I know these currents you trying to come in. You only want this equator. You can't have it because you've already imbued within them, and she freely accepted it. So we didn't force it upon her. It's her choice. But we have to have those choices for them. And as gods, it's our job to create the choices for our children. That's all I'm saying, God.
Where it started. Where does it start at? Being that we have all these realities, and I'm listening to you, Bill God, and I love you. That's positive and all that. But what do we do about it now that we understand that we have a problem that we have to deal with? How do we solve it? What is the solution to that problem?
Okay, this is the solution.
How do we come and bring it to where it's supposed to be?
This is the solution.
In this day and time.
See, this is the solution, right? Because what we're talking about right now, more than a problem, is we are talking about the solution. And I told you that the solution is that we have to first talk about what the solution is, right? Then weigh and balance the pros and cons of the solutions that we put on the table, and then after we take the strengths of all the ideas that would be solutions, we take that strong solution, then we sit down, with a council, maybe with Earths involved, because it's gods and Earths. This nation is gods and Earths. So it's a balance. So let's say we get together and we create all of these positive ideas, right? If we say this is the solution to this cultural issue that we have, this is the problem, here go the solutions, we weigh and balance the pros and cons, we take the best part out for ourselves, and then we agree that this is how we're gonna move the nation forward. So let's just say, for instance, we say, okay, God, at the age of knowledge, God, the earth can start, all the young earths in the nation, it will be, according to our law, legal for her to begin the courting process, because knowledge God is an appropriate age where she can knowledge God appropriately, because God, her father, has gave her the correct knowledge, and she's now at the physical degree of knowledge God. So we can all agree as a nation that for our young earths, knowledge God would be a good age where they can begin the courting process if a young God comes to the father in the right and exact manner and says, peace God, you know what I'm saying, I look at you, me and your daughter, we've been talking, I think she's very beautiful, I'm an upstanding citizen of the nation of God, you know what I'm saying, God, and I would like, man, you know what I'm saying, to build with your earth. And then as God, you can take him through your own individual checks and balances and say, say yay or nay. Yeah, God, you can build with my young earth or you can't. So what I'm saying is, God, it's the application of the ideas, God, but we can, what I'm saying as a nation, right, God, we go in front of the parliament, right, and say to the nation, yo, God, these are the ideas, God, that we've been building about, God, as far as, man, our cultural customs when it comes to our young earths and our young gods, and then ask the nation, God, like you see me build in front of the nation, I say, God, how many gods and earths agree, you know what I'm saying, the gods and earths will raise their hand or say yay or nay, God, because that's what the parliament is, God,
is when you get a consensus, God. You know what I'm saying? You put an idea to the people, God, and then the people take a consensus vote. They say yay or nay, God. You know what I'm saying? And then, God, then we can just have a person who will write it down, God, and say, yo, God, that this is the first law. You know what I'm saying? Because, God, as a nation, all nations must have laws, God. And, God, anybody who don't want our own nation to have laws, but is willing to be subjected to the laws of this crooked-ass government, man, get out my face, man. I don't want to hear it, man. Because, God, whether you want to or not, you subject to it, man. When these boys in blue, that's the army, God. They just wear blue because they inside the country.
I just want to ask a question.
The army in green is the army outside the country. And they enforce the law. And if they tell you you can't spit on the ground, you bet not get caught spitting on the ground.
The question I wanted to ask is, to execute your plan, do you suggest that we use the current, I guess, laws, you know, bylaws or whatever as a model to?
I'm not even talking about any kind of Robert's rules, orders, and none of that. Because this is a law of mathematics, God. So I'm not even introducing any type of European Western civilization model, God, that uncivilized people model, God. What I'm saying is, God, this is the process. Right. You see what I got you, God. But you see this, what's going on right here, God? This is the process. Because remember, God, before America was America, she was 13 colonies. And 13 colonies just consisted really of 13 different rich-ass crackers, God, that just decided, God, that they was going to come together for a common cause, which was to rape and rob the original people of their work, you know what I'm saying, in their lifetime, God, and they still raping and robbing you your lifetime. 9 to 5, you working 35 to 50 years before you could call yourself a retired person.
Yeah, God, I just want to add on, God. I just want to add on to the cipher that I'm a father, I have a daughter, and that's what we're talking about, right? I am the role model of my daughter, so in all reality, my daughter should be looking for a brother that has knowledge of himself, because I'm her father, I have knowledge of myself, and if she don't find someone that has knowledge of herself, he should be someone close to her father, you know, her father's image, right, or being a provider. You know what I'm saying? Showing and proving. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do, God. I have a daughter. You know what I'm saying? And far as, you know what I'm saying, we make our own rules and regulations, God. You know what I'm saying? We come as a body and we make decisions. And once we make a decision and everybody is in agreement, then that's a law.
If Mecca did this.